I know people can jump into animals. I have a lady I did a reading for, and her son was all the way across the room, and he had this little gray lap dog sitting on his chest. And I was doing the reading for the lady, and I said, "Your mom says she jumps into the dog. Can you validate that?" And she goes, "Oh, absolutely." And I said, "What? What is the dog doing?" And she said, "Whenever I was upset, my mom used to come up to me, and she used to put her hand on my heart and look at me and cock her head and say, 'Hang in there, it'll be okay.' The other day I was upset. The dog came running over up on my lap, put its paw right on my heart, looked at me, and cocked its head." That's too many movements to be coincidental. I mean, it's one thing to have a dog turn and look at you and be like, "Oh, that's my mom, that's my mom." But that's like 4, 5, 6 movements that were exactly the same. And I have another family I do readings for. They lost their 20-year-old son, Chad, to an overdose. And this one's a little more vague, but I still think, I feel as a medium it applies. You know how dogs or cats, or dogs, when you call them, they turn around and they face you, and they're like, "What?" Well, her son, Chad, used to hate it when she would bitch at him. And she'd be like, "Chad, Chad." And he'd never turn around. He'd look over his shoulder and be like, "What, Mom?" Well, she said CJ, her dog, the other day was walking away from her. And she said, "CJ." And the CJ wouldn't stop. She goes, "CJ." And CJ kept walking and just turned and almost smiled at her over the... And the dog never did that, she said. So it was... I think they can jump into... So I don't know why they couldn't jump into people. Thank you very much. So I don't know why they couldn't. To me, it would make sense. I mean, so is there a? Do you also see cardinals? Yeah, because he says he sends the birds. He showed me the movie The Birds. I don't know if you're probably too young to remember that movie, but. Is there a dinosaur relevance? Or is your son into dinosaurs? What's the Jurassic stuff? Is he a gamer? Was your guy or your brother? Who's Peter? Do you know Pete or Peter? Yeah, they turned me this way. I turned just as you were raising your... Who's Peter? Peter. Is he gone? Well, he's jumping in. Are there three? 3 kids or 3? What's the 3? Are there 3 girls or 3 boys?
3 girls, 2 boys.
He's saying 3 girls and the rest. Okay, boys. Okay. Is there farming in your history? So he's sharing that memory of the farm. Why am I hearing short and stubby? Was there someone else, or is there a short and stubby relevance? Yes. Who's that?
Older sister.
Was she kind of shorter and stubbier? So she's joined. Is she gone?
So supposedly we asked her to come when she...
Are there 2 of you here? That's what he's saying the 3 should have been. That's the 3. That's the 3 girls. Because he's saying there was supposed to be 3. Because I wasn't hearing 3 girls, 2 boys. I was hearing 3 girls, so 3 girls. So he's sharing what he knew was supposed to be here. And then when I didn't get it, he brought me to her by the description. Very cool. Is there a... No! Don't you ask anything yet. Are there any cufflinks? Are there cufflinks? Who's that?
My dad.
Are they monogrammed?
Yep.
Yeah, it's him. He's still talking. Or talking.
Yeah. I gave him to my son for his prom.
That's probably...
Jews.
This sounds so cliche because you just said it, but I'm hearing you looked really good on him.
Oh, he's very handsome.
Did you get a new girl?
We think so.
That's what your dad's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying good luck with the new girl.
Yeah. He's got a new girl. He just graduated
Is he a bit of a player?
I think so. I'm the mom, he won't tell me, but
I feel like he kind of has his pick. You know?
yeah, definitely.
Are there twins in the family? Did Dad know that? Because he's talking about twins. What's the twin relevance?
The sister was supposed to be here. We reserved her.
Oh, okay. So after he mentioned her, then he mentioned the twins. Are they little ones? Or younger? No. Or do they have little ones? Because he's saying the little one sees me. Yeah, he says turns and looks right at me. Can you validate that? Okay. And that's so cool. I used to date a girl whose mother died of cancer, and we'd hear her talking in the bathroom when she'd be brushing her teeth, and we'd be like, "Katie, who are you talking to?" "Well, Grandma." And I was, this is before my accident, and I'd be like, "Well, what does she look like?" And she'd say, "She's really small. She stands on the windowsill, and she's in a little red dress." And I was like, "Amy, what was your mom buried in?" She's like, her favorite red dress. And she'd be in there brushing her teeth and answering questions and looking right at the windowsill. Anyway, kids, I think. Is there a black and white pet?
That was her first family dog.
So he's sharing that memory, and he's showing the black and white. He's saying that dog is back with me and will never leave my side again. Do you know someone named Skip?
That's his nickname.
Thank you.
Any doubt he's talking? Or do you think I've guessed all this so far? Was he? Oh, you've already said it. Now I'm seeing the handkerchiefs. Was a hanky guy like my dad? Did he carry a pocket knife? Yeah. My dad always had one of those Swiss Army knives. He'd be, "See, boys, that's why I carry one every time we'd have to use it." Was there a paneled station wagon ever? Because we had three of them. You know what it's like going on your first date ever with a girl in a paneled station wagon? You pull in her driveway in a paneled station wagon. It's so sexy.
When we went to Florida, me and my younger brother, the four of us, we rented a station wagon.
So he's sharing that memory. Did it get a flat tire? Or did you get a flat tire or get stranded? Did you get a flat tire and strand you somewhere? Or did one of your kids? I don't know if I'm jumping, yeah. What's the flat tire thing?
Well, we didn't get a flat tire, but the engine broke in North Carolina, and we had to tow a car home. And I was the one that said, "What's that red light?"
No, I know.